The next thing is to create a section where we are going to display a bit of our services. But before that, I would like to change this color. I've had uh, a better color that I would like to use for this background, for this section, which is EFF5FB. They put hash at the front of it. That is the color code hash. Okay, once you click this section, and from here I paste the code undo. I'll just erase this, paste the code EFF5FB. That is the color, a kind of light gray. Then update. So our next section will be okay, let's say full section. Then we are going to add uh, inner section to divide it. Now add one more, uh, add column, right? So I'm going to add a write up, a kind of header for this. I'll just duplicate this, then drag it down. Okay, I may leave this one black. This should be black. Let me copy the color first, then make it black, right? Then I'll come to this and give it the color, because I want my header to maintain a uniform color, right? So I can delete this. Okay, so after deleting that, so I can duplicate this to have it in two places. Hold this from the edge and drag it down. Move now. Drag it down and drop it there. So I've dropped it in this section that I just added to the site. Then I will erase this, and say why choose us. So why do you need to choose us? So you have to convince your client of their reason for choosing your company, or for choosing to patronize your services. So this way, this we are going to add the same color we added to this section, to this, from style, background. I still have it in the clip, but I'll just paste it. Is that the color? I'm not sure, not at all. So I'll just come here, click here, then copy this color from here. Right click, copy, scroll down, click this section as well, then Ctrl V, paste. So let's give this section a padding top and bottom. Let's say just check this first. Then let's say 100. 100 is too much. So let me see. What do I have here? Because I want to maintain a uniform uh, padding. This one doesn't have. This have 50. Okay, 50 top and bottom. 50 top and bottom. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do, we are going to give them the reason for choosing our services. So in that case, we are going to select from all these elements. We are going to search for icon box, yeah, which is this. So drag it and drop it here. By default is centralized, but I'm not going to choose that. I'll just choose this. right? Now make sure that this uh, okay, from my right up, sorry, from my right up, I have the ones for services. Okay, so the next thing, I'll just copy these services. Then I'll go back there. Let me just close this first. I'll come here. This is title and description, and this is the description. I'll just come to the title here, add my right up there, call it services. Then I'll come back here, copy the write up for services. I'll drop it at the word description, right? So once that is done, then you can actually make these colors black. If you are not okay with this, you could just come here and say give it a black color. If you prefer black color, my text should black. Then likewise this, I'll come here and I'll say description content. Okay, this is how you edit this icon box. We have from content, you can change the icon, you can add title and descriptions. As well, you can link it somewhere. You can just put the link to the page that will have the detail about these services. You can put the link here. Otherwise, you leave it empty. Then the next thing, style. How to style this icon box. From style menu, you can see icon and content. This icon will allow you to format this icon, to deal with this icon alone, while content will allow you to edit the topic and as well as the descriptions. So now, what I'm going to do here is to come to this and make it black. I'm going to make it black. Right, likewise the text, the descriptions, I'm going to make it black too. Sorry, description black. Then so I can just give a little space between the uh, services, the topic and the description. Then the icon, I may give it I'll just change the color as the case may be. Let me see. Okay, this icon I can change the color to this color. What color is that? Let me come here and I'll say Control C to copy the color. Click this icon box. Control V to paste it. Right. Then I can let me from the contents. I want to change the view. Okay. If you are okay with this, you could leave it like this. Then this hover, I can make the hover let me see, when I hover you should have primary color should be white and the secondary color should be this. Let me see, hover, primary color should be this color, then secondary color should be white, right? Let's hover and see. It does not take effect. What does it matter? It seems I did the same thing. So let me see. This should be white, okay, and this should be that color, right? Yeah, okay. So our services, so I'm going to look for an icon with respect to that. I don't know if they do have. Let me see. Services, okay. So I can choose this, insert it, then I have this, right? From I can reduce the size of this icon. I can reduce it, I can make it bigger, I can reduce it to the minimal level, or I can just leave it the way it was, right? Okay, yeah. So let me reduce it. I think it's big. I think it's okay this way. So the next thing is for me to duplicate this and move it here. I'm going to call this between choose and this. I think it's too close, so I can bring. I'll just try and bring an element, space element there, just to space them. No, to space it, so I can reduce the size of the spacing, maybe 20. I can make it 20. Yeah, it's okay this way. So the next thing is for me to add another service here. From my right up, I have achievements. Just come here and say achievements. Then bring the description. Control C, Control V to have the descriptions, so I can update from here, right? So I'll change the icon. Let me see. I'll come here and search for. Let me see if I can have anything with respect to certifications. Let me see. Achievements. So we'll just use this, right? So the next thing is to duplicate it, then move it here, and let's even see if they have anything with respect to achievement. I doubt so, not at all. We just close it. So the next thing is to add another service. The next thing is I add creative and innovation, and then select an icon called Bob, so you can choose whatever you would like that will fit in with respect to that, right? So now I'm done adding uh, three services here. If I want to add more, all I will need to do is to duplicate this to have it in two places, right? Once that is done, I can come here because I still have more. Okay, so this I'm going to choose award for this, and give this one discovery, and the planning. Just change it to let me see. Let me see this, and just use this for this. So the next thing is to hit update, then view the site. Okay, so now this is what we're having, right? Okay, I think it's okay. It's kind of been okay. Yeah. So the next thing, there's a plugin I'm going to install. From plugins, I'll just go to add new, and I'll just type Envato. Type Envato elements. This is the plugin I'm looking for. I'll just install it. Once it has finished installing, you just activate. So the next thing, I'll have to add one more plugin. It's called Live Mesh add-on for Elementor. Live Mesh are a collection of premium quality add-ons or modules for using Elementor page builder. Install, then activate. Allow and never miss an important update. Just skip. Okay, so now we are done with the installation. So all we need to do, let me just save setting first and see, is to go back to my page, refresh this page. Okay, so after refreshing the page, so you discover that we have more icons to use here. Live mesh add-ons, these are the icons. So my reason of adding this is because I'm going to need to use this testimonial, what our client says, and the rest, you know. Okay, so let's just continue. Okay, the next thing is to create a section for what our customers are saying, or client rather. So I'm going to choose a full section. Then from the Elementor panel, I'll just choose, scroll down to, I'll just search for client. Okay, client. Now it says unlock new possibilities with premium widget and style of live mesh add-on for Elementor Premium. So I cannot okay, so it's actually asking me to go pro, but to get the pro premium version of this Elementor, but I can actually use this. So what we're going to do is to, let me add columns to this section. uh no, let me delete the column first. I'll come here and add the client's name. If I have the image for the client, I'll add it as well. Let me see. Uh, for now, I think because most clients don't allow their pictures to be displayed online, but this widget only allow us to add the client name, the URL to their website, and the picture. Okay, so let's check and see which, if there's any other one that we can use apart from that. Because what we need is actually, okay, let me say testimony. Let's say testimony, testimonial carousel, okay, our testimonial slider. Let me just choose this and see how it looks. In fact, just delete this. Add another section. Search for testimonial. Testimonial slider. Let me see. Okay, okay. This is great. So you have access to add the your client testimonial, the name, and the position and organization. Wow. Okay, so I can come to the setting, scroll down to see fade slide, uh, let me see ratings. Okay, I think I now actually like this one. I want to display more than one on this page. I can see that this widget does not have that. Let me see testimonial, testimonial. Okay, so I would like to use this testimonial carousel, but this one is asking us to for us to have access to this, we need to upgrade to Elementor Pro. So this is where the need for the premium version of this plugin comes in. Otherwise, if your client cannot pay uh, a project money that will warrant you to purchase Elementor Pro, you can stick to any of this. You can either use this for a client. I think it's actually okay. Let me view this side and see. Update. Okay, this is what we're having. Okay, we only have one showing, rolling. Otherwise, you can actually get the premium version of this. The only challenge with that is if you don't buy it and you get it in one way or the other without actually purchasing it from the official uh, website, your challenge is you won't be able to update your plugin once they have new version of the pro version available. That will be the challenge that you face. Otherwise, if you stick to the free version of it, you can always update whenever they have a new version of it. So getting a pro version of this without buying for it is to go to Jojo Teams. Jojo Teams, then you search for Elementor, Elementor Pro, Elementor Pro. So once you get that, it should be either this one or this. Let me see. The unlimited element for Elementor. No, I think it should be this. So you can view from here, right? Scroll down to get the link to download it, right? Here are the links version. So just go to Zippy Share, right click and go to the page. Sorry, just hit this link, copy the URL well, and go to the web address. So this is it. So the size for this Elementor Pro version is 2.85 MB. From here you hit this download, and once you've done that, it will download to your system. So once you've downloaded it, so you can now switch to your download folder and take Elementor Pro. Here it is. Right click on it. Once you right click, click extract to extract it to a folder. Okay, so once it's finished extracting, just click to open the folder, right? This is Elementor Pro. You just right click and copy this. After copying it, go to this PC window, XAMPP. We want to locate the file htdocs, then go to your website folder, go to WP content, search for plugins. This is where all your plugins are located. You just right click and paste it here. So once you are done pasting, go back to your site, then and refresh this page. Once you are done refreshing the page, so you can scroll down, come here, search for, okay, I think we need to activate the theme first, the plugin. Click plugin from here. So the plugin is complaining, so there is a conflict. It says there is a new version of Elementor available. So let's update it now. Okay, so everything has turned green, so you don't update it. So the next thing for us to activate this Elementor Pro. Okay, now we are good to go. We have Elementor and Elementor Pro installed in our website. So the next thing is for us to come back to this place and refresh so that it can actually take effect here. Okay, it says what's new, activate container for brilliant layout. So take advantage of the full power of containers in Elementor to create sleek, pixel perfect responsive layout plus improved performance of your website. Follow the step, switch checkbox to activate and save. So these are new features added to this new version of Elementor Pro. So I won't need it now, I'll just take it off. right? So I'll scroll down, down, down. Wow, this is beautiful. They have really changed so many things in this new version. So I'll just click here and then search for client. Sorry, testimonial. Testimonial. Testimonial carousel. I think that's what I'm looking for. Let me see what is there. Okay, so this is what we're having. Uh, okay, then layout, slide per view. So I can see three or four. I can say this. You can prefer it this way. So slide to scroll. Maybe you should slide to scroll three. If you slide, it should display three on the screen, right? Then width. I think I'm okay with this default width, but I think the text is too big. So let me see. Let me preview and see. Yeah, the text is too big. I don't like it. It's too big. So all you need to do is from the style, scroll down to content, style menu content, uh-huh, typography, or you have to be aware of where you are editing. This is title, which is this. This is name, title, name. Then this write up is this. So I'm going to change the typography. So let me see 12. 12 is too small. Maybe 14. Let's say 15, 18. Um, I think 15 will be okay. 18, 17. Let's leave it at 17 and see. So the color should be black. Prefer black. Yeah. Then this should be our official color, which is this. Copy this color. Just click this so I can get the color from there. Then scroll down, 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 and put the color here. Content. Uh, Title color. This, right? Okay. So this should be can be black, so to be more visible. Yeah. So you can now replace this default write-ups with our client names. So before that, I'll need to have a heading for that section. I'll duplicate this and drag it down to that section. Then I'm going to call it what our happy customers says. What our happy customers are saying. So there's something to be done here. This section as well should have padding top of 50, bottom 50 as well, right? So I'll just delete this one, right click here, delete. So once that is done, you should have, let's update and see. So let's view the site, refresh. Okay, this is what I'm having. Seem kind of not liking it. It's not as I was expecting to be. So what I'm going to do is to go back there, click this content, then uh, slide to scroll, additional, autoplay, infinite pause and hover, interaction, pagination, say none. So that this arrow will go away, right? It still appear. So let me work arrow away. Yeah. Then this slide to scroll, slide per view or slide to scroll, I'll just leave it default. Let me see what I have. Then and I can actually make this section, okay, it's a box anyway. Let me update and see. So they refreshed. Okay, to be trying to show, I don't like all this that is coming out. So what I just want to do, let me see. Uh, so where is it? Page per view is this animation, image line, slide to scroll. Uh, so can just leave it like this. Just leave it by default. Otherwise, you can choose another testimony from there. Let me see. Testimonials. Let me see this. I think this one might be the best fit, only that it's not scrolling. It's not necessary that it will scroll. Though if you have more than one and you want to display all of them, you can either use this or you set this to be scrolling so that you will display them one after the other. But for me, I think I'm going to take this off. Uh, it's not actually giving me what I want. So let me uh, take this off first. Let me see. This section was, I think it was a block section. Yeah. Okay. So this skin, let me see bubble. Let's change the style and see what we have. Okay. Update. So refresh the page to view the site. So this is what we're having here. So I'm going to use this. So I won't be using this one sliding. So it depends on you, whichever you prefer. If you want it to slide, you can choose the one that is sliding. Otherwise, you just stick to the one that fits uh, within the page. So I will just take this off. So with this too, you can also, and even with this, you don't need Elementor Pro, because I don't actually advise if your client is not paying much for the project, so you don't need to bother yourself. Just use uh, free version of Elementor and continue with your building. So let me see. You can change the style from here. Style 2, style 3, style 3, style 4, style 4, style 5, So whichever style you prefer, you can just go with it. I think I'm going to use, let me see, style 2, style 2, no, style 3. So I think I'm going to go with this. Then I'll make sure that this background color, I'm going to select this color for it. Let me see. Copy, Control C, copy. Then I'll come here, go to style, thumbnail, right? No, credentials, name, color, credentials, color, ratings, theme. Let me see that mode. No, no, no. Okay. You can't actually add color to it. You can only change it to a light or dark mode. I think I would prefer light. Yeah, that would be okay. Color. This one is text color. If you want to give the color text, then the author name. Okay. So let me see. Let me update and see what I have. Okay, I find out that the author name and everything is not showing for this one, right? So I'll just go back there. Just let me see style 1. Even with style 1 too, it's not showing. Oh, uh-huh. I think I've seen something. Let me delete this first. I'll go back there and say testimonial. I think I took this, right? Let me see. Was it this? Not at all. It's not this. Testimonial. I think it was this. Let's see again. Yeah. So discover that it actually have slide settings. No, general setting. Let me see. I can use carousel, right? Carousel means for it to be sliding. Okay. Undo, Control Z, update, refresh the page. Okay, this is what I have. So I'm going to increase this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Update. So I need to test something. Now come here and refresh the page. Now I have carousel, testimonial carousel on my page. It's now scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Okay. Okay. So the next thing is carousel setting, page and next arrow. Can take this off if I want it to show. Then this indication, let me see, show indication, I'll say no. Loop, yes. Autoplay, I'll say yes. So that it will play on its own. So you don't need to scroll left and right for you to see other testimonials. So refresh the page. Then we shall have it scrolling without touching anything. Yeah, it's scrolling. It's displaying 3 by 3. So that's actually a good one. So now we've achieved what I want to achieve here. So we can now fill in with our write up. So I actually have a write up for this first customer, Chikube Ofedu. So the next is his comment with respect to our services. CEO. Then if you have the picture, you add the picture here. Otherwise, you just add the write up, right? So you can make this write up style testimonial, topography, style, normal, ratings, credentials. Okay, let's see. Let's see.